Oh yeah, ay. When you need a hand and you don't know why, just know that I'll be there. When the road is long and you feel so tired.
View. Oh, wrong one. Hey YouTube, John Regen coming at you finally with another coffee chat for your Sunday. I gotta say, it's been crazy getting these things out and getting everything set up and working with the investors and stuff. And I have to say, I've been really impressed. Even Tom was really impressed with the quality of the bikes that we saw this time. It's definitely a step above the first batch that we had, and we think everybody's really going to be happy with them. Some things I wanted to go over real quick. You can see I got a VMX-08 here in front of me. Anyway, so this one's mine, and I rode it home, which is really cool, but then I rode it into work today in our 25 to 35 mile per hour winds. And I have to say, wow. I mean, the handling on this, the control you have because of like how you sit and where your legs can rest in here and stuff, it is just amazing. I mean, I was able, I don't know if you caught my little clip on Instagram, but I was able to ride this with head and side winds at 30 miles an hour, no hands. No hands on the handlebar, just guiding it, you know, holding it, and with your legs, you know, when you ride no hands, and solid. I mean, there are a couple gusts where like, whoa, I feel that little, but right on the road. It was just amazing. I've never ridden any bike or motorcycle or anything that has as much control as the VMX-08. I'm floored. And I mean, you don't need to go really fast. It has cruise control, which is really neat. So the way you use it is you push this little red button here, and then you hold the throttle down for about 6 seconds or so. Say, you know, I usually count to 10. And then you let off the throttle in your speed position, and it'll hold that. The thing to consider is it's just like a car though in cruise control. In that it's going to try and maintain that speed. So if you're going uphill, it's going to be using more power as it's trying to maintain that speed. If you're going downhill, it's going to use less power, so on and so forth. So really, really neat feature. I used it quite a bit when I was riding to be able to do some John Wick practice stuff, you know, because I actually like to ride the e-bikes and use the pedal and, you know, do the whole John Wick motorcycle scene and everything. I probably look even crazier with my hat on. This is an excellent hat that, quick tangent, my mother-in-law got me this with a scarf as a joke, and the joke was on her because I love it. It keeps my head super warm. It keeps my ears warm. But yeah, so this bike handles extremely well. Cruise control is an exceptional feature. I want to get it out in the dirt a little bit before I think about switching these tires out, because I might switch them to a road tire just for even more control and handling on the street. But yeah, I was very, very impressed riding this bike, and I'm not just selling it to you guys. You know, if I found something that I'm like, well, I would tell you. And probably my only well to this one is, you know, it doesn't do 80 or 90. Okay. It does 50, 55, 40 to 50 seems to be its sweet spot for the motor and everything. It does burst, so in the readout here, when you're riding it, you'll see the amps that are being drawn, and it does burst. I saw it get up to 189 amps, which is pretty considerable, and then it ranges back down. The controller is able to do that up to 200 amps, they say. And it's probably set to run a little lower just because they don't want to burn it out, right? Burn the motor out. And it's able to do that for up to 10 seconds. So keep that in mind when you're riding it. Yes, you can get a little more oomph out of it. Some of that is going to be dictated by how much battery you have, right? So how much charge you have left. So when you have a lot of charge, it really runs all the power and stuff. When you have less charge, it's trying to help you get as much distance out of the battery. And so it manages that down. I'm sure if you're very interested and industrious, you could find ways to program this It's a Kelly controller, and you could, set it however you like. Of course, doing that will void your warranty, so please keep that in mind, all you DIYers, you right to repair guys. We support you 100%, but at the same time, we do have to make sure we cover warranty stuff, right? So yeah, we'll help you if you break it, but it's not going to be covered under warranty if you're in there messing around with the controller and changing a bunch of that stuff. So, yeah, super, super impressed with this bike. It's amazing handling. I was all giddy when I got here today. So I had to calm down for like 15 minutes. Another really cool feature of this bike and some of the other ones that I want to point out is the manual regen. So you have what looks like a double throttle setup here, and this thumb throttle is actually your regen braking. It works great, especially in combination with the regular braking. It's like having double the brakes. You have when I hit it really hard today to stop it, like just about, it didn't skid the tires, but it stopped the bike almost immediately. And I have seen it go as high as a 29 amp recharge, so that's pretty good. You're able to get a little power back in this thing. I let one of our current customers that bought one know about that, and he goes, "Oh wow, I would have paid extra for that." So, of course, on the phone, I'm like, "Well, now that you mention it, no, we're not charging extra for that." It's just a really, really cool feature that you can have on these bikes. And if you hear the horn in the background, I have a video edit running right now, so this is going through, and I'm gonna go back in there. But yeah, I was just super impressed today by the handling on this. I would say it's like having a European performance vehicle. It handles exceptionally at all the speed ranges it's capable of obtaining. It's an excellent bike. Again, you have a thumb throttle here to engage regen at any level. When you crank it all the way down, it'll give you the most it can, and you can use that to adjust in your braking, right? It has a LCD and analog readout, which I kind of like, especially for really sunny places like here, because a lot of times the color panels wash out really bad. So this is very readable, extremely readable in direct sunlight. Yeah, what else? Oh, it has reverse. So you can actually, to help you back the bike out if you need to, you can hit the reverse button when you have it on and use the throttle and just kind of roll your way backwards, which is really nice. It has an alarm, wireless alarm with a fork lock right here. You can use to lock the forks in position. So yeah, that's a Veli Motors VMX08. Again, we only have, right now, only 9 available. I'm quite honestly amazed they're not sold out already, because I'll tell you, I'm just like, wow. I've ridden a lot of bikes, I've owned a lot of cars in my lifetime. I've never ridden anything like this before. It is just so amazing to me, just the amount of control that you have over the bike when you're on it. Again, Veli Motors VMX08. It's rated as 6 kilowatt power plant, but with the amps it was pushing, it was getting peaks of about 10 to 11 kilowatts, so you have some good push. That will drain your battery a little quicker. It has KKE front and rear shocks. You can always upgrade these if you want. Please, if you do, make sure you understand about metal and carbon fiber, and that you're using a plastic sleeve, but that you're using appropriate grease, because otherwise what happens is the metal wears away at the carbon fiber or cracks it. It's kind of like smacking it with something metal. Yeah, just a freaking phenomenal ride, man. It's like, as you can tell, I'm just like, hey. Wow, it was amazing. I can't wait to get out on the road. I did pop my first wheelie on it today for a moment till the wind hit me, and it felt really solid. It was just kind of right up there, and then the wind hit. I was like, whoa, better put that down. But yeah, great bike. They're $65.99. We can do these as either fully assembled on all bikes for about, but it's really, we're going to be charging $750 because of the fuel increases and stuff that have been applied. But you can also get it palletized in a box, because they came in really nice pallets and really nice boxes, well strapped. And we can ship these freight to you probably for quite a bit less. I would say probably more in the range of $200-300 a box. So yeah, I'm gonna get that up on the site today. in the meantime, if you want to get one, you want to get your order in, because like I said, we only have 9 of these. I'm so glad I grabbed one out. I was debating, I'm like, ugh, do I really want to take out that much out of what I've already put in the company? I mean, it's a really nice bike. Oh my, I'm so glad I did. Is that wrong? Is that naughty? Did I just like, yeah. I gotta get away from that thing. Anyway, right now, oh man. Right now I'm doing, we're doing 6,600 on this. I'm recording this in activity so that I can show you guys some stuff. I'm gonna grab the camera and just kind of walk it around here for a minute. So just to kind of go over what I was talking about here with the thumb throttle, you see that right there? That's your manual regen. This is your cruise control. So when you push that button and you get up around 35, 40 and you hold it, you can maintain a speed, and you can even floor it and have it maintain whatever its top speed is. So it'll just keep putting out whatever max it can do. Again, reverse here, regen, that is so cool. It works great actually, and you can see it in here when it comes on. But I also wanted to point out that some of these other bikes also offer things like regen. This one doesn't, has an interesting park setup and everything, high, medium, low. Somebody did say, actually Jason, here you go. Let's get you that view of the dash. There's the dash. And you take it out of park. It says it's ready. It's in reverse right now. Interesting. So yeah, so you can always put it back into park. You're safe to, you know, hit the throttle and stuff when it's in park. There's a nice feature about the VGX06 is when you hit park, it locks and it stays standard, so, or unrideable. So your buddy can't come and go, "What's this?" and then hits your throttle and it takes off. So we've actually had people tell us their friends have done that. So on the VMX10 is where we'll see another one of these additional switches. So this is a cruise control. It's not it's a speed option. So it'll set the cruise control for you on this one as well. That's reverse. Oh, sorry. That's reverse up here. And then we have the regen switch right here. So as you're riding, if you want to use that regen braking, you get that option right there. And that's your, well, I like to call it the Puma mode. But it's your speed mode, your fast speed mode. So yeah, so the VMX10 is set up with that similar handlebar setup as the VMX08. These ones are also, I think these ones are also 6,600, 6,500 on our site, or 64.99. Yeah, I go check the website right now. I've been doing a lot of pricing and stuff, so I've got to get a lot of these in my head myself. But it's all on there. These ones, because they are full-size motorcycles, these ones will ship via haul bikes. So that'll end up being a little over 700 once I update the website on that. And then, yeah, like I said, this is a really neat bike. I actually rode this for a little bit around the area here. It rides really smooth. The transmission engages really nicely. I didn't even use the speed button. It had enough acceleration and stuff just right off the bat. I imagine hitting the speed button, I'll try it later, but you could probably pop a wheelie with this thing pretty easily if you gave it a little push. Yeah, it's actually pretty decent. I'm not, not surprised, but I'm pleasantly surprised. This is the VMX 12 FS. You can see this one's more of our dirt bike style. It has the sport and regular mode. It has a reverse button here as well, and this one's a 4-speed manual. We got the brake and the shifter stick on the other side over here. So there you go. Yeah, and we're selling these out. We got a whole bunch. Well, a whole bunch. We actually have 18 of those. We only have 9 of those, counting this one. And now we only have 2 of these, and they're in an interesting burnt orange color. So I'm going to show you guys this. Come around through here. This is in our back area. Oh, look at these with a tan saddle. Look at that stuff. That's interesting, eh? I think it looks pretty cool. I think this one's going to be a good attention getter. So these actually, the I think everybody else wanted either green, and we have one person that absolutely had to have red. And so I think the two oranges are the only ones we have left. But yeah, check it out. Hit us up. The website, www.e-powersport.com. Our number, 725-433-RIDE. That's 725-433-7433. We're doing these right now for $200 off on the website, or you come in live. This thing is a beast. It puts out 5,600 watts of power. It has a 60 volt, 38 amp hour battery pack to handle all that power, to push all that power. And I had it doing 45 just using one motor. But let me show you something. This thing is crazy. You come around here. I mean, it lights up like a disco. And you come up here and you have single and dual. I only use single, and eco and turbo. I didn't even have to use turbo. I was just using eco and a single motor, and I was doing 45, no problem. I even had a little throttle left. So yeah, crazy powerful. We're doing them for $17.99, free shipping in the lower 48. So just get your order in, and we'll go ahead and send that right out to you. All right, we got them in the box, ready to go. Just have to let FedEx and UPS know. We have the Engways. We have some of these in here right now. If you're local, come down and grab one. They're just under 800. We recertified these, checked them out, and they're good to go. So we've been really successful with those and selling those, and people have been really happy with them. Okay, so if you're watching this right now, I'm gonna give you a clue in on the drop we're about to do today for our grand opening leading into Black Friday, which is when we're actually gonna do our grand opening on the 25th. But these things, called the Little Donkey, it's got a 350 watt motor in the back. It has a 48 volt, 12 amp hour battery in the seat place there. Really fun little grocery getter, moped style, get it around town kind of thing. I expect you'll get about 15-20 miles of charge, but you can see it has dual seats, and I found out the other day that a 7-Eleven pizza box wedges in that back seat really nicely. So large pizza box. Basket on the front, in case you I don't know, have a couple pigeons you like to tool around with you. Maybe you are a fan of Tesla and you're just really into pigeons. I don't know. Maybe you like Lawrence Fishburne. No. Oh man, can't remember his name. Maybe like a character he plays in John Wick. He's a pigeon. I don't know, but anyway, so we're gonna drop this. So you can see it's at $9.99 right now, and so we're actually gonna cut $150 off that price. So it's gonna be $849. So $849. Come get it. Great little grocery getter, tool around the neighborhood kind of bike. And we have them we can ship out to you. They're gonna be a little bit because, well, they're in these big boxes. So they're definitely an oversized box. Weight's a little much on them for the shipping, but actually weight's pretty good for shipping. Just a big box, but we can get it out to you. Those will not include free shipping. I definitely prefer you pick that one up. It's kind of more of a moped, and it definitely has some weight to it. I think the shipping's gonna be much, but we can see. We can price it out and see. But yeah, for the price we're selling those for, man, I couldn't afford to do free shipping on them. It's I think that would be it. We'd be, broke on that one. So yeah, so we're gonna do this one for $850, right? $9.99, forget about it. $849. That's gonna be our second day release. So if you're watching it right now, keep an eye out. I'm gonna be putting that up on the website with a coupon code. I'm gonna be putting it on the social networks with the coupon code. We only have 20 of these available, okay? So keep that in mind. The scooters, we only have, I think we're at 18 of these available. And then these, the VMX-08s, we're down to 9. I mean, there's only 9 of these. The carbon fiber, DOT approved electric motorcycle. I mean, come on, there's only 9. And then we have some other bikes as well. I mean, we have our a foldable that came in with it, and the VL Fold. We're selling that for $1,500. It has a 500 watt, 48 volt, 13 amp hour. It's full suspension, and I actually rode it. It's a little more of a cargo style bike. See, it has a fellow plush seat. It has a nice, strong looking rack with the mounts, pannier mounts and stuff on it. So This one's really made to be like a foldable cargo. Even below, you can see it's got a water bottle mount, which is really cool. But if you're an industrious, innovative person who's into e-bikes, you know that is a battery mount. So you get a small double battery system and set it up and be running 2 and go twice as far, or what have you. Over here behind the scooters and stuff, we have some of the other bikes that came in. E-bikes came in from Veli Motors. We only have one of this one. It's a full suspension M600 mid-drive, so it's going to put out a decent amount of torque for you, but not so much that it's going to stretch your chain and destroy your gears. It has the semi-fats. They're like almost 3-inch, like 2.8 something or something. CSTs, so patrols. It's a really nice tire. And then we have this one we're selling for, I think this one was $29.99. And we only have the one, so it'll be whoever gets it, you know what I'm saying? And then we have these. This is the, which one is this? I love when I come across these things. So this one is the, is this the VL05? Yeah, and this has an M400. It's not putting, Bafang mid-drive motor. It's not putting out a ton of power, but just enough that, you know, say if you have teenagers, you want to get them a nice bike. You have nice tires. They got Compass Billy Goats. It's a good all-around bike. A little more for taller people. I'm kind of short. I'm 5'6". I have a 30-inch inseam, and so it's a little taller for me. But I think, you know, and it comes with this nice gel seat. Look at that. Yeah. So I'll have to make sure I know the number on this, but it actually comes with quite a few little things like a lock and nice Bafang display. There you go. You can get an idea of the display there. And then over here we have our E2s, which we're selling for $11.95. It's a hardtail, 500 watt, 48 volt, 10 amp hours, like 10.4. Not a huge battery, but you can always get a replacement battery for it. And so you can get those, I think they have them up to 20 amps for that style. And we do have a battery builder that we work with, so we can always, if you want one, we can always get one ordered for you, get some packs in. But this one's kind of neat. Has these Innova Pro transformer tires, the brown walls. It's kind of what I call a more basic bike. Straight handle, has a good wide stance to the handle, so you get decent control. I'd slide this down over here myself. I'll be doing that. And it has a nice little display as well. We have it set flush, so you can, as you're riding, just glance down. But let me bring it up here for you. There you go. So like I said, we're selling this one for $11.95. And as we get closer to our grand opening date, we'll be releasing more, sales, little discounts and stuff. And who knows, maybe we'll put one of these one-off bikes that we got, is what I'm calling them, like this one or that foldable, will on sale for you. See if anybody's interested there. But yeah, I think they're interesting bikes we got. They ride really nice. They're good, solid, kind of all-around mountain bikes, those three. And the scooter as well. I mean, this thing is so crazy. We've been talking about taking some of these and doing like the solstice run like I did, going down to the state line in Prim and coming back. So, which would be cool with these because they come with dual chargers, and with the dual charger it should charge in less than about 3 hours or so. But yeah, that'd be a good ride. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. We're just chilling. Derek's getting in and waking up and getting going, and yeah, so we're gonna start working on some stuff. But this is our first real coffee chat from here. We got bikes ready, so if you want one, put an order in, we'll get it out to you. We are also located, let's do that real quick before I sign off on this 30-minute run. We're also located, bird light, here in Las Vegas, 2036 Western Ave, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're in the middle between Highland and Western. We're literally in the middle of the buildings there. So the space we're in, it spans between the two roads. We're in the middle building. You have to drive in the alleyway, come behind. There you see us. We got stuff back here. We're like Las Vegas's new hidden secret. If you want good deals, you want cool electric stuff that you can ride on and cool people to talk to about it, you need to come down here. E-Powersport.com, 2036 Western Ave, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89102. If you can't find us and you get down here, give us a call. 725-433-RIDE, 725-433-7433. More than happy to walk right out. Actually, we'll ride right out, show where we're at. All right, y'all drive safe.
I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there.